Patience on those a few years ago. Too many problems.
Yeah,
with that,
I was going to say, at least that doesn't happen in Ward C, right?
Yeah, or at least you hope it doesn't. Big games. This one with Alabama is one of the biggest of the year.
That's right, and I think that at Wednesday at 6 o'clock, you can actually start thinking about the game
exactly.
and feeling the game. We know from Nick Saban that there's no I in team, but some more Tide players are popping up on those popular watch lists for some of the most prestigious awards in the land. We'll tell you about them coming up in sports.
Now, NBC 13 HD Sports.
The Tide don't lose in Baton Rouge, at least that's how the saying goes, but lately Alabama doesn't win in Tuscaloosa against LSU. The third-ranked Tide working for a third straight day to end a losing streak that spans 10 years at Bryant-Denny Stadium. The Tigers come into the game ranked 9th and with a rejuvenated offense that's put up 53 points in its last 2 games. Linebacker Corey Reamer, the SEC West always seems to come down to Alabama and LSU.
It's been a big game. It always lives, like Coach Saban says, plays their best game.
And you can bet they're taking it one game at a time and giving 110%. Some other guys making a mark for the Tide. Running back Mark Ingram, he's now a semifinalist for the Maxwell Award, which goes to the best overall player. And linebacker Rolando McClain and defensive lineman Terrence Mount Cody have been named semifinalists for the Bednarik Award for the nation's top defensive player. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Go to for complete coverage of the Tide 24 hours a day. Well, there's no rest for the weary in the SEC, but for the Auburn Tigers, this might be the closest they get to a rest until their bye week, November 21st. It's homecoming on the Plains, and the designated patsies this year are the Paladins of Furman. Auburn skipped Sunday practice this week to get some rest, but they've been back out there for the past 3 days. Hey, Walter McFadden, can you beat a Paladin if you don't know what it is?
What's a Paladin?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was a plane when somebody first said it or some type of, I don't know what that is.
It's a night in Charlemagne's court, just so you know. Get information on the Auburn Tigers 24 hours a day on auburnchannel.com. If hoops is more your speed, you'll get your first chance to check out the latest edition of Alabama's basketball team tonight at Coleman Coliseum. They're led by new coach Anthony Grant, who you see right there. He promises an up-tempo style of play. The Tide is taking on Montevallo in an exhibition game. You'll also get a chance to see renovations to Coleman Coliseum, including a new scoreboard. Hopefully the Tide won't lose to a Division II school like my alma mater, which has been featured on ESPN as the lead story for approximately 24 hours. One more breaking story we want to tell you about, that Florida linebacker, Brandon Spikes, who appeared to eye gouge. Yeah. He had gotten a half-game suspension. Urban Meyer says he's going to sit out the whole game.
The whole game?
Whole game.
Must have heard from some folks about that.
Yeah,
That didn't like that.
Some people have been talking about that.
All right, Chris, thanks.
Final